Hi, in this video we are going to start the discussion about deep learning. This is a very introductory video, and in this we are going to talk about what is deep learning, why do we need it, and what are some of the applications of deep learning. So as you can see on the screen, there is a Venn diagram sort of thing. The the insider you go in this Venn diagram, the inner you go in this Venn diagram, the problem starts getting specific. For example, AI problems are very common, okay, or very general problems, and they have been there since 1950s. Then machine learning was introduced, which can solve the problems which AI used to solve, and also solve some specific problems that AI was not able to solve. Okay, and it was there in 1980s. It came in 1980s. Then we had deep learning in 2010, which was able to solve all the problems that AI and ML were already solving, and was able to solve some problems which were very specific to deep learning, which were not able, which machine learning algorithms were not able to solve. So we can apply deep learning to all the places where we can apply machine learning, and there are certain problem sets which can only be solved by deep learning. Okay, what are those problem sets? We will this is the this is what this entire section is about. We are going to see some of the problem sets which are very easily solved by the deep learning. Okay, now before we get into that, first let's talk about some of the applications in the real life applications where we use deep learning models. First we can see it's the automated immigration, okay, in the airports. Now it is being implemented that there is no person required to check your boarding pass and your face and your passport. It is a automated immigration, and you can just scan yourself in the camera, and the camera will do the facial recognition. We have automated vehicles like Tesla. The automated vehicles uses perception model, and which is actually based on deep learning, and the modules actually tell them what is in front of them. We have chatbots. What do chatbots do? Chatbots, very advanced and very efficient chatbot has to be something which actually understands the context of what person is speaking about, not just replying to some already faded values. It also should understand what is the context of the conversation. Then we have robots. We have vocal password. The voice has many features, right? And InShots is a very great app. Even I use it for news articles. And the best thing about InShots is that it summarizes all the articles in just 60 words, and it uses deep learning for that. Then we have automated pathology. We have airploy. Okay, this is something new. Then we have real-time translation of data. For example, when this can be very useful. For example, when a certain diplomat is at another country, the language whose language they don't understand, so they can just plug in a earpiece, and there can be a real-time translation. And also about the visual search. Okay, now let's talk about why deep learning is so successful. This is a graph of performance versus amount of data, and it is noted from a lot of researches and a lot of studies. The most of the machine learning algorithm, as the amount of data increases, at certain amount of data, the algorithm reaches a plateau. Basically they stop performing well. Okay, so as it's written here, most learning algorithm eventually reach a plateau as more and more data is provided. Okay, but when we talk about deep learning, the deep learning models keep on getting better and better and better as more data is provided. So this is one thing. So the thing with deep learning is that the accuracy can reach up to the level of 98 or 99%. Just see, now if the performance just keep on increasing, then obviously the accuracy will keep on going up and up and up. Okay, and also deep learning algorithms do the step feature selection and feature extraction themselves. Okay, so usual machine learning algorithm, most of the machine learning algorithm requires us to do the step of feature selection and feature extraction manually by manual engineering. But the thing with deep learning is that they do it themselves. For example, uh, the deep learning, the extracting the features of photos and videos. So unstructured data such as photos and videos can be directly used in deep learning models. We don't have to do any interference. So for example, this is a example model. uh, Here we have machine learning application, here we have deep learning application. Okay, so suppose there is a image of a dog. If we feed it, if we develop a machine learning model through it, so first we will have to manually convert the image of the dog into a structured data, create features. Okay, then we will have to feed those feature into the machine learning model and then generate the output. Whereas if we are talking about the deep learning model, then the image of the dog can directly be fed into the deep learning model, and the pixels of the image can be served as the features, and we can directly generate the output. So this was about the applications, some of the applications, and why should we use deep learning. In the next video we will discuss about what is deep learning exactly.